You must be living under a rock if you don't know by now that Kishane Thompson, yes, Kishane Hurricane Thompson, has exited the building, and he just left the Diamond League, and he's preparing for the main stage. And for some fans, this is the most disappointing thing of 2025. For some, this is like a godsend, the most strategic thing of 2025. Some people think he's ducking, some people think he's running, some people think he's just being a mastermind, a absolute whiz. But for me, I just have this big grin on my face, because guess what? Oblique Seville will be there, Noah Lyles will be there, Zarnell Hughes will be there, Courtney Lindsay will be there, and Akani Simbini. And guess what? Even with Kishane absent from this lineup, it matters most. Now it matters most. Previously, it was a big excuse. But Kishane took himself from that equation, and now the race matters more than ever before. Why? Because Oblique Seville is in that race. And Noah Lyles still need to beat Oblique Seville before he can beat the final boss. Drop your comment down below and let me know what you think. Am I right or am I right? Now, Oblique Seville, the last time he saw Noah Lyles, he was running away from that speed monster like a freight train. And this race matters more than if Kishane was in the race. Because you know what? Beating Kishane would have been a prize. But beating Oblique Seville in this one is gonna be a momentous for Noah Lyles, because Oblique Seville is a different kind of threat. The kind of threat that that gets faster as the race completes. Kishane Thompson stays fast, so if you get faster as an athlete, you could catch him. You could catch him because he stays fast. He starts fast and he stays fast. Oblique Seville starts fast, continues and gets faster. Noah Lyles starts slow and continues and gets faster in this race. If Oblique Seville, Kishane Thompson and Noah Lyles completed this race and Kishane won, it would have been an excuse for everybody else. It'd be like, well, you know, he's the man, he's the big dog. It's just that it was his day again. No, with him exiting the building, sitting down and watching all the minions at work, Noah Lyles will now have to beat Oblique Seville, and Noah Lyles stand a chance of losing to Oblique Seville. If he's able to beat Oblique Seville, then we'll be like, good for you, Noah. But if he's unable to beat Oblique Seville, then that psychological edge and the pocket that he had Kishane in would prove to have holes. What do you guys think? Drop your comments down below. Now, Oblique Seville is 9.8 season best. His season best for 2025 is 9.83. So, Oblique Seville is not even the fastest athlete going into this one. The issue with this one is that Courtney Lindsay had lost to Noah Lyles already. So, Noah Lyles lost two 100-meter races in 2025. One of them to Oblique Seville, one of them to Kishane Thompson. The other one was to an athlete who he would have beaten, because Kenny Benerick won against that athlete. I just don't even remember his name. You know, Kenny Benerick won against that athlete. Oblique Seville, Noah Lyles beat Kenny in the 100 meters. This shows that Noah Lyles is better than all the US athletes at the moment. But he's still not better than Oblique Seville based on the track record in 2025. So for all the fans, all of us who are like so disappointed that Kishane Thompson exited the building, we should be very happy that he exited the building, because we get to pay attention to the scope of this race. This race still have Oblique Seville, and Oblique Seville ran down Kishane to get that 9.3. That 9.83 time that he has here is in the same race where Kishane Thompson had that 9.75, and he closed in that race like a freight train. He closed in that race the same way how Noah usually closes in his races. I want to hear from you guys. How do you feel about Noah going up against Seville? because everybody want the big dog to go up against Noah. They want Kingston to go up against Noah, but the reality of the matter is that it benefits Noah more than it benefits Kingston. But this one benefits Noah equally as it benefits Oblique, because if Oblique Seville is able to defeat Noah in this one, he gets that psychological edge. But if he loses to Noah, then he also get that preparation. Now this is where the script got flipped. The script got flipped because Noah was using all these athletes as practicing or benchmarks, or they're just bungee jumping off these athletes, preparing himself, getting his stamina ready. He's just gauging, and these athletes are saying, you know what, the races ran on the track but also off the track. So guys, remember, drop your comments in the video, because we're going to use your comments to make the next video. The one that I'm going to drop tomorrow morning, we use the comments from today to make those. Zarnell Hughes looking really good. Oblique Seville training partner. Have you seen the pattern here? These athletes are running together. Why? Is it that they are pushing each other? Is it that they're giving them that comfort that they're looking for? I do believe, however, that Oblique Seville will create some problem for Noah Lyles. I don't believe that this is the setting that Noah Lyles was looking for, because he's been strategic, and I can't emphasize this enough. With Noah Lyles going up against these big athletes deliberately leading up to the World Championship, he's trying to get that advantage mentally. He's trying to say, you know what, I lost, but it was not a big lose. It's not a big loss. And remember, Noah Lyles have the strength. Noah Lyles is a strong athlete. He may not be the fastest athlete, but he has the fastest top end speed. He has the fastest closing speed. As a result, as the rounds go on and these athletes run 2 races and they need to leave it all out there on the track for the third, Noah Lyles is so strong as an athlete because he trained for it. He could close the gap by the 3rd race, and this is what he is preparing for. He's trying to get that foot speed, because what? He already have the endurance. We saw what happened against, let's say, Leto Bogo. He went out there in the first race, and I wonder if it's checkers or chess. I don't know. Let's say Leto Bogo got a beaten at the hands of Noah Lyles, and a lot of people is saying that Noah has arrived. But again, the season is still ongoing. There are still a few races, a few very important races, and the biggest name of all, let's face it, it's Noah Lyles. Kingston Thompson, the biggest in the 100, Noah in the 2nd or 3rd in the 100, and the biggest in the 200. So, you know, it's like a huge deal. And the rivalry between him and Kingston is real. The rivalry between Noah and Oblique is real. Where can you see any more rivalry in track and field at the moment? Noah versus Kenny, Noah versus Oblique, Noah versus Tobago, Noah versus Kingston, Noah versus Jamaican fans. The biggest athlete in track and field at the moment, whether we like it or not, it's just the way it is at the moment, but it could change. Let's change it. I want to hear from you guys. Drop your comments down below. How do you feel about Noah Lyles going up against Oblique Seville? Do you believe that this is as big of a race as if he was going up against Kingston? And do you believe that there's a real reason why the entire fastest Jamaicans should be going up against the fastest single American, and Courtney Lindsay and Zarnell Hughes and Akani Simbine and Brandel Hickel in the same race, and it's not the World Championship? You know that these athletes are big anime fans. If you think about the Dragon Ball Z series and even Naruto, the big fight is left for the main stage, and the biggest warriors, they line up against another comparable warrior, and that's where the fight goes on first. I want to hear from you guys. Drop your comments down below and let's review the replay. I'll see you in the next one.